it's Jason. Welcome back to Hardy Life Outdoors. Once again, it is a morning drive to Southeast Ohio. It's a Saturday, and I got a number of things I'm trying to get done. Didn't get out of the house as early as I would have liked to, but I wanted to stop by the John Deere dealer in Lancaster. I got the, if you've watched before, you've seen I have the John Deere Z320 zero-turn mower. Something I use at the cabin, I use at home, and one of the things I debated when I bought it, I should have done it then and had the dealer install it, was a mulching kit. And I didn't do it, and what I found is if the grass gets too deep, I'm just not ending up with the look I want on my yard. So I stopped and picked that up. I'll get it installed hopefully tomorrow or the next day, and we'll get that mulching going on the zero turn. But I've been real happy with that zero turn. I don't know if today's might have been a video that I just produced had me on the zero turn. It's I've been pretty happy with it. It makes quick work of mowing. So but I got other things on my list for today. It's about 40 degrees, early April, so some habitat management on my mind. But before I do that, I need to take the Polaris 570 down to Athens to the dealership. I've got I think I mentioned it in one of the last videos. I got it started up, and I went to put it in gear, and the gear shift was kind of stuck, and wiggled it a little and tried to force it, and when I did, I won't say it broke free, but something came loose. The cable's not broke, but it's stuck in low gear, so I'm gonna have to drag that out of the barn with the tractor. I want to hose it down real good so that I don't take it there and get charged for them to clean it so they can work on it. And so I'm going to run it down there. After that, I'm hoping to get the sprayer out. Once things have warmed up a little bit, I want to put a pre-emergent on my switchgrass. So a couple, I don't know, episode or two ago, I mowed my switchgrass, just cut it down. I want to try to get a little better control on the weeds. So the goal is to spray that with Simazine today. And if I get ambitious, I will overseed that with some additional seed. But I'm happy with what's coming in, but I think we can thicken it up with some additional seed. So those are the things I plan on getting into for today. Again, just looking forward to getting outside some. My April last night, Eric had a track meet. Always enjoy seeing him run, but it really makes my weekends kind of crazy. So the track meet last night, I left it at 8:30 when he was done, and it was still going on. Probably had another hour to go, but it just kind of shortens my weekend in terms of having free time to be down at the cabin and doing stuff outside. So get done what I can today. Tomorrow I need to get back at a decent hour. Eric is mowing some lawns for a little side work. So I got to get home, help him get going with the zero turn. So that's what I got going on. So as soon as I get to the cabin, we'll drag that side by side out, get it cleaned up, and then we'll head on down to Athens. So I'll see you at the barn.
So I mentioned it was stuck in low, so pulled out with the tractor. We'll drive on to the trailer. We'll see how we unload it at the other end. Obviously it rolls, but I'm going to open it up now, spray it out real good so that, as I mentioned, I don't want them charging me to clean it so they can work on it. So we'll spray it off and get it loaded up. I'm going to go ahead, tie it down, and head to Polaris.
Got the Polaris dropped off. The good news is their shop is really slow right now, so he said the guy will look at it Monday. Hoping it's a simple, relatively inexpensive fix, but I use that thing all the time when I'm at the cabin, so need to get it fixed and don't want to spend a ton on it. I always like when I'm there, look around and see what's available in terms of new. I go into these shops, all you can find is the high-end razors, but these guys had a nice 570. I think it ran around $14,000, so I'm not in a hurry to spend that kind of money on a side-by-side, but put it in the back of my mind, maybe a couple years down the road I'll look at buying one, and by then it'll be $16,000. But heading back towards the cabin, I gotta stop, get something to eat, so I got a little food there, and then I think it's nice enough, it's 52 degrees, I'm gonna get out the sprayer. We'll go spray some Simazine on the switchgrass. So once I get there, we'll get that stuff out.
Well, if you've been around for more than one episode, you've heard me say things often don't go as planned. So I got the sprayer out, got it all hooked up, ran some water through it, make sure everything was working good on it. Filled it up with water, got out the herbicide, and I've had it here in the barn for a couple years. It's separated, and a portion of it solidified, so I can't even get it to mix. So that's a bummer, because I think each of those jugs was $65, so it's probably $100 worth of herbicide. So lesson learned, when you're buying herbicide, don't buy for the future, buy for what you need, and use it at the risk of losing it if you don't. I've heard people say herbicides don't go bad, but this one's separated. So I'm gonna make a phone call tomorrow to the distributor and just find out, is there anything I can do with it? I'm assuming it's done. And if so, I got to figure out how to dispose of it, because you don't just go pour it on the ground. So I got to figure that out. But what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to put this sprayer away. I'm going to get the brush hog out. I'm going to get some seed out and I'm going to go back, put some seed on that switchgrass area. That's what I was getting ready to do, hit with the herbicide. And the herbicide would be nice for knocking back weeds, but we're just going to overseed it. So get some seed on the ground, and 2 areas that'll get seed. And then I'm going to go up and brush hog at least one other area. So would like to get some stuff knocked back. The other area I want to spray later this year for Sericea lespedeza, and I'd like to start off with a nice clean plot, so I'm going to cut it pretty short. So get this put away, get the brush hog hooked up, and we'll head out to do some brush hogging. Tell you, it's easy to get caught up in wanting fast results and get frustrated when you're not getting them. But one of the things I like about the bag seeder is that I get to walk every foot of the field. That gives me the chance to look. I can definitely see some areas where there's switchgrass heads that are going to come up. So it's I know it's in here. I mowed it, but a little bit better every year is the goal. And it's there. As I walk through, you can see there's a lot of dandelions in here. I need to do some research, see if I can find something that will control broadleaf but not damage my switchgrass. So I got one more section up here to hit with this, and then we'll go up and brush hog an area. It's an area we planted several years ago with big and little blue stem and Indian grass, and probably one of those areas that we could have spent more time prepping and we would have had a better result. So kind of in a start over mode on that one. I'm going to mow it down, and I'll hit it with some herbicide later this year just to see how it does. But I'm going to go get this other section done, and then we'll brush hog. Well, that gets me done with a small section, but I got plans for the day that I'm going to hit quite a bit of this area. get it cut back so that I can spray it and plant something of value in here this spring. So great morning to be out. You know, got my phone, got my music, just cruising along. Good tractor therapy. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you got big plans to get outside and do something. Outdoors is always in season, and man, today it is beautiful and a great time to be out enjoying the outdoors. So thanks for joining. Hit like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Thanks.